So one of our recent Fund 2 commitments was with Maveron in Seattle, and we met them over a period of years. We actually knew them for about 3 or 4 years before making a commitment, which I would say is fairly average on how long we know GPs before we make a commitment. We had talked to them about their fund timing. We knew when their fund timing was coming up, and we had talked to also the investment committee about a potential investment into Maveron. Now, what Maveron brings is a very strong level of expertise into consumer behavior and consumer products. Like I mentioned earlier, about 50% of the portfolio is on the enterprise side and about 30% on the consumer side. And Maveron brings a lot of that consumer expertise to the table. And so we really developed a strong sense of how they invest, what was in their portfolio, what they were looking for, and how the team was working together. And when we thought about some of our corporate needs, some of those do exist on the consumer side, and we wanted exposure to their portfolio and their investment prowess. And so we had discussed them with the investment committee, and the investment committee is a body that actually votes on the fund's investments. It's made up currently of 5 individuals who serve on a volunteer capacity and are voted in by the advisory board, which also helps with governance of the fund. And the investment committee meets monthly, and we have developed a fairly robust diligence process with them. It's a very institutionalized diligence process. And we had talked about Maveron as a fund for a couple of months, and we finally launched diligence on them. And we, at the time, did not have any exposure into the Pacific Northwest. So from a geographical standpoint, it did add a good amount of diversity, also categorically added some diversity to the portfolio. And so we took them through our diligence process, and at the end of the day, we wanted to consummate a partnership, and we made a formal commitment to the fund. And it's been a great outcome. We've really enjoyed the partnership with them. They provided a lot of feedback both to our corporations on their innovation needs, as well as to some of our startups who are out fundraising.